Hello guys and gals, it is I, the Monster, and today we're going to review the Nintendo Wii U home entertainment console, game console, yeah. So, naturally when I get a new console or a handheld, I always love to review it and talk about it and discuss it, tell you what I like, what I don't like, and you know, like always, yeah, we're going to do that. So, today, like I was saying, we're talking about the Nintendo Wii U. A couple years ago, when this was announced at E3, I was not happy with it. I thought it was going to be a glorified, gimmicky, you know, touchpad bullshit. I said, you know, it's kind of like me with the 3DS, where I thought that was a piece of crap, and then I became a hypocrite. Anyways, I tried it that following year at Comic-Con, and I fell in love with it. And here we go. So, first things first, let me show you what's going on with this bad boy. Disk drive, got your two USBs, you got your SD card slot, you got a sync button now finally, a proper one at least, not that shitty Wii one. Two USBs, your wires stuff, your little fan, and I got little stands on it because I like it this way. It comes with, the highest one you can get right now, which I'm holding in my hand, is a 32 gigabyte, which obviously, given it's not one of the best amounts of memory you can have, so yeah. But in any case, so now is the best time, in my opinion, to get a Wii U. Because initially, when the console came out, it was very confusing. What is the difference between the Wii and the Wii U? This is not focusing on motion control stuff. Granted, you can use all the same controllers as the Wii and more. So there's a lot of options towards your controls. But this thing is basically a whole nother beast. You know, you have now Nintendo's stepping into HD territory, you know, and they're doing more online games and trying to catch up basically. I don't think with this thing, given its our place in time, I don't think they're going to try to be #1 anymore. However, to me this reminds me a lot of, and I think I said this even with the 3DS, it reminds me a lot of the GameCube. It's very underappreciated. There's a unique library of games, and they're a lot of fun, and a lot of them look great. So, we're going to talk about that. But first things first, before we get to the gamepad and the games, I want to talk about the actual nitty-gritty of this thing. So when you boot this thing up, they take you to this hub. It's like a Miiverse hub, and the Miiverse is like their message board. You can post drawings, you can comment, you can take pictures off your games, you can stop the game and post there, and I thought that was gonna stink, but yeah, there's some weird posts, there's a lot of little kids on it, but it's not that bad. It's actually kind of fun when you're bored enough and you could draw and you could do your own stuff. But they take you to this Miiverse lobby, excuse me, and your character's in the middle and your little me guy, and yeah, it's cool and fun, exciting to see all these guys and talk and shit, but it does get a little annoying, and you could turn it off, but it kind of ruins the whole feel, and I think when you move with the gamepad, it's kind of weird. So, honestly, yeah. But, okay, you know what? I'll tell you what. We'll talk about the gamepad first. We'll come back to that. So, this is the gamepad. This is the little stand. It's also a charge dock, but I don't charge with this. I usually hold it and I charge from the top. There's the headphone jack, your volume, you have Z, ZR, and ZL buttons, L and R, your two nice analogs, D-pad. You got your start, you know, it's a basic controller, but you can also go on a TV mode, you can watch TV, and then you got your NFC section, where you can put your little amiibo, shoutouts to Kirby, y'all, and, you know, you can use your amiibos for your games. Now the big thing with this, oh, and also before I forget, it's got a nice little pen on it. Now, before I forget here, the whole thing with this console is, yeah, is this a little gimmicky? Yeah, admittedly it is. The whole thing with it is that you can play on this screen and turn your TV off, or you could swap between this and the television screen, so you could always be on the go in your house. You can't walk away from it, really, or it desyncs. And, you know, you can play your games on this. Now, what's also really cool is Nintendo, when they do use this, or anybody for that matter, when they use this right for a game, something like, let me give you an example here. Pikmin 3, it's fantastic. You're talking to your little homies in the spaceships or wherever they are. You can read all the little files, you know, and it's fantastic. For other games, such as, let me pull this one up, a fantastic platformer made by Retro Studios, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which does just about everything right that, you know, was wrong in Returns. On the Wii, that was a mouthful, the whole thing is a black screen. And that's one of the things that Nintendo is getting flack for is, well, you know, you've given us this big-ass thing, and you know, some of these games don't even use this correctly. So personally, I wish that they would work on that more. Maybe they will. Who knows? But one of the things that really sucks about this thing, and I first off, it's comfortable, it's light, it's not bad. It does feel a little stiff after a while, but it's not even bad. But the battery power on this thing sucks. It's like 3 to 4 hours long. And then when you get a battery extender, you could look this up. It extends it by a couple more hours, but it's very bittersweet. But again, on the contrary, it doesn't even feel bad when you're gaming. I've been saying this for a while now. I really hope that there's an RPG that comes out, like hopefully Xenoblade Chronicles X that comes out this year, and that would use this correctly. Backpack, map, party members, items. You know, I'm talking the whole thing. Hell, even a puzzle game could work on this. But it's fantastic. Like I was saying, if you wanted to just turn your screen off and just chill and play your thing, it's amazing how technology, you know, we went from just gaming on our TVs and, you know, we had our little gamepads to like bring in the console. We're almost there, folks. That's what I'm saying. The future is now. Yeah, so coming back to this, a lot of the games that I've played online with, you know, it's kind of like the Nintendo thing, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's not necessarily that the online's bad. It's actually a lot better than the Wii's. It's just some of the games do lag sometimes, but when you have that connection, it's perfect and it feels really good. Like I was saying, the Miiverse is a lot of fun. The eShop is fantastic on here to buy games, download old titles, whatever you want to do. There's sales. I think it's one of the best shops I've ever seen on a console, and that for me to say that is pretty nuts. And you know, I think a lot of these games look fantastic. Here, let me show you guys something. So I've got about 6 games in my hand. All right. Let me put this guy down so I don't damage my own console here. I got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, which I was just talking about, which I got my my console with my bundle, whatever it is. I got Pikmin 3, which has got a low print right now. This is a phenomenal game. You know, it's Pikmin, y'all. You're in space, you control the little Pikmin. It's beautiful. It's got a great look and feel to it. It's very relaxing to play. You got the shit right here, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. If you don't have Super Smash Bros. And you own a Nintendo console, I don't know, man. And then one of the big things I got in my bundle was the Super Mario 3D World game, which is a phenomenal platformer. Admittedly, I have to play it more, but I'm trying to beat my other games. And you have a new cat form, and you got different forms, and you can have up to 4 players, and, you know, hit the Goombas. This is like, if you're like, you know, if you're a parent or whatever out there, this is the must-have game. My console also came with a mini-game thing similar to that of, I thought I just ripped it, of Wii Sports called Nintendo Land, which is a theme park mini-game where all the different little lands, I guess, are themed after Nintendo games. It's actually not bad. It's a lot of fun. I like this a lot more than Wii Sports. Granted, if this had like Wii Sports bowling or boxing, we would totally be in. And then I got a pre-owned copy of Zombie U, which I think is fantastic. It does a lot of things right, does a lot of things wrong. But it's scary as hell. It's really dark. I'm surprised how dark it is. And honestly, everything looks great and it feels great. Now, the thing that's great about this console that I don't know if I've mentioned in this video yet is that you can use just about every single controller that you can use with the Wii. You know, the Wii Motion Plus, the regular Wiimotes, the nunchucks, the Pro controllers. And they have their own Pro controller too, the Wii U. And you know, you could use them all for most of these games, and even the Virtual Console. And they're fantastic. The only thing I don't like is I have a Virtual Console game, and I swapped my buttons to make it more of a traditional Super Nintendo style game, and it screwed up. And I don't know if it's on purpose, or, you know, it's just that one game, but they gotta look into that. But they're constantly updating this console. They're trying to patch it and make things loader. There's a quick load menu on here that you could start up before you even play on your TV. There's all kinds of stuff that they're constantly trying to fix and improve in quality, and you can really tell that Nintendo is finally trying to put this thing on the forefront and say, you know, alright, well, maybe we didn't have the best start ever, but we got a pretty badass console. I know that, you know, out there you got the PS4 and Xbox One, and they're both great in their own rights, and I'm sure they kick ass, but if you want something that's got a lot of charm, and you want, you know, the Nintendo franchises, and you want, you know, they're pretty nice. It's basically a polished 360 and PS3 graphics, like a little better than that. Then this is the console that you have to own. This year, besides those, this year, you know, you also have like Zelda HD came out, Wind Waker, I'm sorry, Zelda HD, Wind Waker HD, jeez, man. You know, Wonderful 101, you have Captain Toad, and then this year you have Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, which I'm excited for. Yoshi's Woolly World, hopefully coming out this year. Xenoblade Chronicles X, the new open world Legend of Zelda, and supposedly we're getting a new Animal Crossing, but that's the rumor. Maybe we'll get if we're lucky, we'll get a new F-Zero or Metroid. Oh, we're getting a new Star Fox. Hopefully that's not just a glorified tech demo, but who knows. You got a lot to be excited for this year for this console. You know, I wouldn't say nothing if it wasn't true, though. There's a lot coming out, and the games on it so far are fantastic, and they're a lot of fun to play, and you can have people over or go online and play with them. You know, there's a few things they said that you still need to work on. I think the friends list can be heavily improved and load quicker, and maybe there could even be more voice chat implications and things like implementations and stuff like that. But you know, you know, it is what it is, and that's about it. I think this console's fantastic. You should check it out when there's a price drop, or if you want to pick it up at full price, it's up to you. But I can understand if you're a little hesitant about picking it up. But it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. Runs good, and I've had a blast with my Wii U. Honestly, I can't really complain. In any case, guys and gals, this is my review of the Wii U console. There's a lot of cool games out there, more than this, I'm sure, and you should totally check it out. And yeah, that's it. Wee 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 wee. Sounds like the Kung Pao thing. Anyways, bye guys. Woo! Oh, and tell me in the comments section below. You know, what's your favorite Wii U games? If you're thinking about getting a Wii U, just talk to me about Wii U. Let's talk about Wii U. Peace.